Sponsored by
PNG Jewelers.
The United States faces a border security crisis with Texas in a standoff with the Biden administration over its right to secure its borders. Amid intensifying conflict with the federal government, Texas Governor Greg Abbott declared readiness to defy the US and the Supreme Court by installing razor wires to deter illegal immigration. Meanwhile, 25 Republican governors have released a joint statement to express solidarity with the Texas governor for taking a step to protect American citizens from high levels of illegal immigrants. Under this Operation Lone Star, Governor Greg Abbott has aimed to discourage illegal entries into Texas, including the installation of approximately 30 miles of razor wire barriers along Eagle Pass. The most recent issue at the border is a narrow section of the Rio Grande River that has emerged as a key area for migrants crossing unlawfully from Mexico. On Monday, the US Supreme Court voted in favor of the US federal government giving it power to remove the razor wire installed by Texas on the borders on the directions of Greg Abbott. However, unaffected by the ruling, Abbott, a hard-right Republican, put across his plans of fencing all the parts of the US border with Mexico to stop the movement of illegal immigrants into Texas, which crossed a record 300,000 plus in December alone. Abbott not only accused the Joe Biden administration of using taxpayers' dollars to tear open the borders, but also held Biden responsible for smashing the records of illegal immigration. Now that Texas is fighting with the federal government, it is not just one state that is against the White House, but there are other US states as well who are supporting Texas in its border security fight. On Thursday, 25 Republican governors released a joint statement to express solidarity with the Texas governor for taking a step to protect American citizens from high levels of illegal immigrants. House Speaker Mike Johnson has also come in support of Texas. Taking to microblogging platform X, Johnson stated that the Republican-controlled House of Representatives will do everything in their power to back him up. As the elections in the United Nations approach, the border crisis will surely be the top priority. However, if we see a larger picture, during Joe Biden's first 3 years in office, nearly 8 million illegal border encounters occurred. Meanwhile, as the number of migrants crossing the US border continued to surge, President Biden dispatched top officials to Mexico City this week for a meeting with President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. Senior Biden administration officials said that Mexico shared a plan suggesting that we're actively working on the illegal border crossing issue. For Biden to secure the nation's southern border needs to be a top concern. If it is not for national security, it has to be important if Biden is seeking re-election, because his rival, Donald Trump, has openly and various times shown his support for border security and has criticized Biden's administration for failing to protect the country's border. The Republican frontrunner has explicitly spoken on the border security issue, stating that the immigrants are poisoning the country's blood. While speaking during an election campaign, Trump stated when he was re-elected, he would immediately restore and expand the Trump travel ban entry from terror-plagued countries. Meanwhile, Trump has promised a crackdown on illegal immigration if elected to second 4-year term in office. If re-elected, Trump promised to stop the invasions at the southern border and begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. This also means that if Biden does not act to secure the southern border too quickly, it would mean that he's handing over the 2024 election to Donald Trump.